gonna do my lips now. And I always overline a little, you guys. Hey my little lattes, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm actually sharing with you guys a whole makeup tutorial, and that's because a lot of you guys have actually asked me to share with you guys what I use like on my eyebrows, what I use on my lips, what eyelashes I'm wearing, and I'm actually answering all of that and really just giving you guys like a whole tutorial on how I got this look right here. This is what it looks like. If you guys are interested in watching, just stay tuned. But before we go any further, I did want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Dossier. Dossier is actually a fragrance company that makes high-end fragrances for a much lower price. I mean, you guys know high-end fragrances can go anywhere from $50 to $280, sometimes even $300+ and Dossier only makes their fragrances for $29, you guys. They're super affordable. They've sent me out so many fragrances to try out, and I have been loving some of them. This month they actually sent me 2 men fragrances, so these are for my husband. This one is Fougere Pink Pepper, and this one is inspired by Gucci. And then Citrus Ginger, that one is inspired by Chanel. I personally really like the one inspired by Gucci. Citrus Ginger is not bad. My husband also likes the Fougere Pink Pepper one the best from these 2 this time. If you guys are interested in high-end fragrances but think they're not too affordable, definitely check out Dossier. You can basically purchase a fragrance and it actually comes with, let me show you guys. You'll get a 50 milliliter bottle like this, as well as like a little travel size like this. And they do have a risk-free system, you guys, which is super, super convenient. You will take this, you will spray it, and if you don't like the fragrance, you can actually return it or exchange it for a new fragrance that you do like. I think Dossier is awesome because you can kind of grow your fragrance collection this way, and they're super affordable, you guys. So yeah, if you're interested, check out my link. They do always have free shipping on 3 bottles or more. And they always have a bunch of discounts on their website as well, so check them out, you guys. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the makeup look. Right now I have nothing on my face other than some moisturizer. A quick little disclaimer, I am not like a makeup guru. I normally actually review Starbucks coffee or pretty much any coffee from like Dunkin Donuts, Dutch Bros, stuff like that. But you guys did ask me to share with you guys my makeup routine, and I'm going to. I just made this too, by the way, here at home. This is an oat milk iced latte with white mocha. It's so good. Okay. So I'm gonna be starting with this drugstore e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I got this one at Walmart. It's like $5, and it does last a while, especially if you don't do your makeup every single day. Normally I get the shade neutral brown, and for some reason I can't find that lately at Walmart, so I had to get the shade brunette. So it's gonna be a little redder than I would like. Let's zoom you guys in. Ah, my goodness, this is like really close, but I'm gonna zoom you guys in. I do have a mirror right here, so I'm gonna be looking down. But yeah, so I take my little brow pencil and I always start not here, but like right here. And I just start to kind of like draw little lines, okay? Kind of like a line under the eyebrow. I always say underline your eyebrow, pretty much, right? So I'll try to just show you guys like one eye at a time, maybe. Is that easier? Because I don't think you guys are gonna wanna sit through the whole video, right? And through the eyebrow, I'm gonna start to kind of make strokes in here where I see bald areas. By the way, I also do already have pretty full brows. Okay, so this is gonna work for me because I have full brows. This might not work for you if you don't have any brows, or you have very, very, very sparse hairs. It might not work for you. Just give it a try. Maybe you'll be surprised. I'm going to continue to make strokes. I just did the top here without even telling you guys. And this is what it looks like. Sometimes I kind of feel like I go a little crazy and I go over the eyebrow, but I'm gonna fix it in a second. So it doesn't have to look perfect, but this is what it looks like so far. I'll take this other side and comb it through. And since this one kind of looks reddish, you guys, I don't add too much of it. What I do next is I take a brow gel. This one works perfect right now because it's tinted and this color is not even the right color. I feel like it matches my hair, but it doesn't match the actual eyebrow. And this is in the shade Neutral Brown. And I will just brush through my eyebrow like this. It kind of puts the little hairs in place. I really like how that like feathered look looks. And then I can also see the sparse areas better. I don't want to fill in every single little space because then it might look too bold. So some areas are going to be okay. And then plus when we like do the whole face, you won't even really notice the sparse areas. I'm going to go ahead and take concealer. I'm not even telling you guys what I'm doing. And is that too close? Let's put you guys like right there. I'm going to go ahead and line this with concealer. Basically, I'm going to clean it up with this. And this concealer is the Fit Me by Maybelline. This is in the shade Sand. And I'm going to put some on the back of my hand just like this. And I'm going to take a flat brush. This is the crown brush. You guys, I feel like I've shown you guys these things before. So if any of this seems like old or like she's had that product before, I for sure have. Okay, just gonna put it out there real quick. So I'm gonna take concealer from the back of my hand, wipe it off like this, and then just go in there like this. Like this, all the way across. You can like barely see it. Let me add a little more. Like this. And then I'm going to just take whatever's left on my brush and start to bring that downward like this. But right now I'm really just concentrating on cleaning up that brow. I hope you guys can see. Okay, that's how I do it. Usually I do both of them at the same time, so I usually have a little more left over here. But I'm gonna take the concealer, a little beauty sponge, and just dab the rest of that onto my eyelid. A little does go a long way. I like to pull this part of my nose inward like this so I can really get into my eye here. I might look like I don't match at first, but it all comes together at the end. And I'm trying not to look up because I'm going to set this right now. And I just take like a little fluffy brush with some translucent powder. The one I use is this one. I actually won in a giveaway. I won like 4 of these. It's the Laura Mercier powder, and this is really good for like oily skin. I honestly use it on my like full face, but I do concentrate it more like in my oily spots. And I'm going to take my Morphe M513 brush. This brush is like probably $6, $5, and I've had for a long time, so it really does work. And I'm actually going to be using my Soft Glam palette. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I invested in this because it has all these shades that I feel like I would use. If you're doing the same look as mine, or you're trying to achieve the same type of look, I would just use your bronzer if you don't have like browns as an eyeshadow or whatnot. I will take the shade Burnt Orange and Rustic mixed together. I just add a little bit of each, and then I always like tap it off because then it gets a little crazy and it gets too dark. So I always start at the corner, like in the outer V sort of, and I just start to like, it's kind of like sweeping back and forth like windshield wiper motions, and then circular motions at the same time. I feel like I'm running out, so I'm picking up more, tapping it off, and just doing the same thing. As I add more colors to this, I want to keep my hand lower and lower. So like I might start a little like up here, but then I want to move lower, if that makes sense. And I'm also holding the brush like almost at the end, not right here, because you're gonna get like a really precise pigment. So I'm holding it at the end, and I'm just doing this. And you guys, that's almost like all I add. When you guys have seen me in my Starbucks videos, usually this is all I have. Just some bronzer in here, like some brown in here, and then here and there I've done like crazier looks. not even crazy, but just, you know, a little bit brighter, whatnot. But lately, that's all I've been adding, just right here. And then if I want to intensify it, I can always take a smaller brush, something like this. Take like a darker color. So this time I'm going to mix, actually, rustic with cypress umber. This one right here. I'm going to mix those two to get like a darker shade. Tap it off and then just tap on that color. And honestly, that's it. That's all I'm gonna add to for my eyeshadow. Then what I do is I take another flat angled brush. This is super flat, look at that. This is a Anastasia 7B brush. It was probably like $17, but I invested in it because I feel like I use it. I do use it all the time. Every time that I wear lashes, I do this. So I'm going to use this brush to pick up black. Black from here, okay. And then I'm going to do my eyeliner with that. And I'm not gonna do like a wing or anything. You definitely can. I just prefer not to. I'm literally just going to dab it on and it's gonna form like a little line. Just right here along my lash line like this. That's it. And it's gonna be super thin because this brush is super, super thin. And that's exactly what I want it for. So that's it for my eye. Now I'm going to add lashes, and this is probably the one thing that I get asked, if not the most, the second most maybe, but
why you always lying?
What eyelashes do I use? And I pretty much always use the same eyelash style. I don't want you guys to get confused and think I only have one pair. But keep in mind that you can use your eyelashes up to 20-30 times if you take care of them. So let me first talk about the eyelashes that I'm using. These are the eyelashes by Luxy Boo Lashes. So I will put their website in the description box. These eyelashes are in the style Miss. I think you can see it there. This is what they look like. They're brand new. I just got these on Sunday. But when you first buy lashes, you always want to measure them on your eye and see how big they are. Look at that. Like, it hangs over my eye. Like, if I were to wear it like that, I would look a little crazy. So I'm gonna take scissors, which I forgot to get, so give me a second. I'm back with the scissors. I am going to just, first I'm always gonna trim the inside of them because I don't want, you know, it to poke my eye. And these here are a little long from the inside. So I'm just gonna cut, and I'm gonna cut toward the other lashes. I'm not gonna cut this way, I'm gonna cut toward the lashes. And then I'm gonna put it back on my eye. And see about how big they are now. I'm gonna cut a little bit off. Just however much I feel like is needed. Everyone has different like eye shapes and stuff, and okay, this is about how they're gonna look. So I'm gonna go ahead and add glue to these, and you guys can use, like I was saying, your eyelashes more than 20 times if you take care of them. Basically, when you take them off, just rip off the glue that's on there and spray your eyelashes with alcohol. Let them dry, obviously, before you put them back on, and they're good to go. They're disinfected and everything. So I'm just adding a little bit of lash glue. I'm using the Duo lash glue. This is like the quick set glue, and the little applicator here is just like a little plastic piece, but it kind of makes it easier. I'm gonna let this get tacky. What that means is you're gonna kind of let this almost get dry, so you just wait a while. I like to blow on it sometimes. Sometimes I start with like the next thing. Okay, so once the eyelashes get tacky, you guys, I always apply them with tweezers. Some people just apply them with their fingers, whatever is easiest for you, but the tweezers have always worked for me. To apply the lashes, I always just look down into a mirror. So right here I have the mirror. I'm sure you guys figured because I was always looking this way. And I go in from like the top. I don't go in from the bottom. I don't go in from like straight across. I go in from like the top, like at an angle with the lashes. So I bring them, go in from an angle, and then I drop them in the middle. Like I push them on. You'll feel when they stick on. And then you're gonna take, like, you can't just leave them like that. You're gonna take your tweezers, you're gonna grab the middle, and you're gonna stick it down. I mean, not the middle, sorry, the inner part of your eye. And then you're gonna kind of press down like the rest of the eyelash right here. And then you're gonna do the outer piece here because it's still not stuck where you want it. And I'm gonna just press it on like that. I feel like I stuck it on too much. No, okay. Okay, so once it's on, it's on. You see, now it's on. So that is almost all I do to my eye, to my eyes. I'm gonna do this one off camera and then move on with the rest of my face. I'll be right back when this eye's done. Okay guys, so I'm coming back, or basically I am back. And I did both eyes already. I look a little crazy to me because the rest of my face isn't done, but I'm gonna move on to the next thing. And if you guys think my eyebrows look a little crazy, it's because they might be a little bit uneven, but I'm gonna show you guys how I fix that in a second. So the next thing, you guys, I'm gonna be using is this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've talked about this one before, and all I do is I add it to like areas where I have the most pores, on my nose, and like right on my cheeks here. Okay, once I do that, I am going to do foundation next. I actually do use a drugstore foundation, which I'm pretty much already out of. This is the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. This is what it looks like. It has like a white cap. Oh, by the way, I'm in the shade 140. I don't know if I told you guys the shade for the concealer that I'm using, but it's the shade 20, which is Sand. This one is 140, which is Light Tan. So I'm going to be pumping, man, I am almost out of this. I'm going to be pumping some of this on the back of my hand here. Oh, it's getting everywhere. And just start to, with the beauty blender, put it on my cheeks, like so. And this is like a pretty full coverage foundation, honestly. I've heard it be compared to the Huda Beauty Foundation. And that one is like super full coverage. I feel like it oxidizes too, so right now I look really pale. I avoid the under eyes. I don't know if you guys have noticed already, but that's because I'm going to add concealer. The more liquid and foundations and stuff that you add, the more texture you're going to see. So if you have like under eye, like little lines and everything, which we all do, it's normal. You're gonna see those more if you add foundation plus concealer. So honestly, I only add concealer. I'm trying to get my forehead up here. So once I feel like it looks even, I actually take my little flat brush that I was using to work on my eyebrows, and I take the rest of the foundation that's left on the back of my hand, and then I kind of go over my eyebrows here. So it really defines the brows. Just make sure that you blend this out nicely. But I do use, like I said, it's foundation. I don't do this with concealer because concealer will make it look lighter sometimes. You don't want it to look super light up there. You can do concealer only under your eye. Next, I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to just add it under my eyes. And honestly, a little goes a long way, you guys. Don't go crazy with this step if you're going for like a natural makeup look, which, by the way, this is what this is. I don't even think I told you guys. I'm just going to blend that out like this. And I'm going to just kind of bring this concealer up like this. You always want to bring things up. You don't want to just go straight across or downward. It kind of lifts your face, like an automatic lift right there. Look at that. It's really hard to get in here because of all the little lines and stuff. So what I do is I actually take a little brush. This one is from Babella. This is the brush RG213. And then I just take my brush and kind of use that to really get in here like this. So I'm gonna do that on the other side as well. Okay, so once that's all like evenly on my face, I'm going to use the same little powder brush that I was using earlier to set under my eyes now with the translucent powder, but also in the areas where I feel like it will really get oily. That's what it looks like so far. And I'm almost done. I'm going to actually do bronzer next. So I'm going to be using this brush. This is the MAC 135S brush. It's a little dirty right now, but I'm going to be using the Morphe palette. It's the shade Donut. That's the bronzer I'm going to be using there. And I always start like back here first and then bring it forward. But I start like at the top of my ear and kind of bring it toward my mouth. Obviously not all the way down there, but that's like the direction that I put my powder in, is what I'm trying to say. Then I take some and I do my forehead too, because I gotta contour some of this. Now I'm going to take my blush, and the top of it actually broke. This is the same blush that I've been using for like years now. This is Luminous by Milani. I think it's by Milani. And then just like any powder brush, smile and kind of apply it where you see like the apples of your cheek. It kind of like blends the bronzer and the blush together when you do this step. Then I'm gonna do the under eyes here. So I'm going to take like a small little brush. I can also take the other brush that I was using because it already has like some product left on it. This is the one I was using to add like that darker area. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to go right under the eyes like this, just to make it like a little smoky almost. I'm gonna do my lips now, and I always overline a little, you guys. But I use a mixture of these two lip liners, and this is the MAC Strip Down. A really close dupe for that, and I might even like this one better, is the LA Girl shade Natural, or GP 538. I think I have a lot of these products listed in my Amazon store, by the way. Hope you guys can check that out. And then to darken that, I usually use this one, which is 802 Brown by NYX. And I'm just gonna overline a little bit. I try to only overline like the middle section right here, not the outer parts like over here, just in the middle here. So I overline like this, just a little, and then it's almost like I come back into like my normal or natural lip line. Same thing here. And then I like to take that NYX shade and just darken it a little, like on the outer parts here, down here and up here. If you have ever colored a picture, it's just kind of like shading. And I'm not pressing too hard. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's just with like a really light hand. And then I will be taking this NYX Butter Cream. Or no, wait, why do I always call it that? It's called a Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in the shade Abu Dhabi. I think that's how you say it. And I just add that. I take that lip liner again, the darker one. And then I just go over it and just kind of like rub them together. That is, oh no, wait. That is pretty much it. Actually, I still do add mascara to my bottom lashes. Let me do that real quick. And I actually don't add any mascara to my top eyelashes because I don't want, sometimes I do, but if I do, I make sure to do it before I put my falsies on, because I don't ever add mascara to my false lashes because then you can't really reuse them. This is pretty much the final look, you guys. Let me fix my hair. Okay guys, so that is pretty much the final look. This is what it looks like. If you want to like take it up a notch, you can always add shimmer in the inner corner of your lid. You can do like a darker lip. You can add like a red lip. You can add darker, like a darker shade on the outside of your eyes. But this is all I do, you guys. I'm trying to get you guys close, but not too close, so you guys can really see it. Let me just hold it like this so you guys can see what it looks like. Again, I'm not like a professional or anything. This is just what I do, and a lot of you guys have asked me what is it that I use or what is it that I do when I do my makeup, and this is it. Like, this is pretty much my go-to makeup routine. So yeah, I will be linking some of the products down below. Whatever I can find on Amazon for you guys, I will link that down below. I know Amazon's probably the easiest place to find things. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments, you guys. Also, do not forget to check out Dossier, like I mentioned in the beginning, and I will have the link attached for you guys in the description box. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.